Kennedy opened up his home and met with members of the UMaine community earlier this week.
Luma Paeta held a clothing drive to help keep Bangor residents in need keep warm this winter.
We'll be talking with men's basketball coach Ted Woodward and hockey coach Tim Whitehead about their respective teams.
And Senator George Mitchell will give us his opinion on national media.
Don't go away, this is the Today, Tonight, and Tomorrow show.
Good afternoon, Orono. Good afternoon, Orono. I'm Megan Hayward.
And I'm Heather Steves. The first ever comprehensive sports almanac of UMaine athletic history is complete and on sale to the public. The UMaine book, compiled by alumni Stuart Haskell, includes 750 pages of information about UMaine sports dating back to 1881. Each sport is listed with the names of each player who earned a varsity letter. The book boasts over 400 photos of teams and individuals. It also contains game and meet scores, names of coaches, assistant coaches, team captains, and stats leaders in many sports. Haskell spent the last 6 years researching the almanac, the main book, which retails at $35. It can be purchased online at www.bookstore.umaine.edu and found at the Alfond Arena, the Alumni Association office, and the Bangor and Orono University credit unions. UMaine American Marketing Association chapter is hosting its second collegiate business conference this Saturday, December 8th. The conference, You Can't Get There From Here, is open to students and will feature speakers, seminars, networking opportunities, and a career fair. Breakfast and lunch will be included. Doors open at 8 a.m. Tickets are $10 or $30 if students want to attend the speaker dinner. Students can get tickets by going to umaineama.com or by contacting Heather Connery.
William Parmerloo has just been announced as the winner of this year's election for General Student Body President. Parmerloo took over 50% of the votes, with Sean Rankin coming in second with 35% of the vote. Parmerloo says that he plans on supporting the Zipcar program, student lobbying, and increasing the visibility of the student government. Stephen Moran was re-elected as vice president as he ran without any competition. On Tuesday, President Kennedy held an open house, and we were there to check it out. Tuesday night marked the President's annual holiday open house. President Kennedy opened the doors to his home and welcomed UMaine students.
This is the first of several that we're going to have in the house over the holidays, and we've done this for several years now. And this one is for the students, and just a really good time for the students to be able to come into the house.
Over 100 students from different organizations on campus gathered at President Kennedy's house. Many students in attendance not only hope to spend time with friends, but also mingle with the president himself.
I think it's important just to meet the president and meet some other important people and spend some time with your friends and enjoy the holiday season.
While students were looking forward to meeting President Kennedy, he felt the pleasure was all his.
A really nice time to talk with them, say how the semester's going. Today, find out if they enjoyed the snow days, and just talk about the semester and how they're preparing for finals and the upcoming semester. So just fun to really talk with the students.
Those who did attend the open house were surrounded by several holiday decorations and were sure to leave with a holiday spirit. Reporting for T3, I'm Megan Hayward.
Recycling on campus has increased 11% thanks to new programs and policy changes. These changes were made by Residence Life and the GCI, or Green Campus Initiative. This is a big improvement over last year's numbers, when UMaine only recycled 2% of all possible materials. GCI has implemented programs such as a free bike rental service and leading energy audits on campus buildings. It costs the university $100 to incinerate garbage, but is compensated for any materials that are recycled. Currently, GCI is pushing for sustainability classes in the curriculum. Residence Life is planning on holding a recycling competition where a prize will be awarded to the dorm that recycles the most. And a bill processing fee on plastic grocery bags will not go before legislature in upcoming session as once thought. The bill, which aims to encourage the use of shopping bags, calls for a 20-cent fee on each plastic bag. One of the biggest concerns was that the bill had a lack of incentives. Grocery stores such as Hannaford and Shaw's only give a 5-cent discount for every bag used. Some European countries have already taken a stand against plastic bags, charging a fee for each bag used.
Next on T3, we'll see what the Honor Society Lamba Paeta did to help local needy families. But first, we'll talk with Tim Bissell to see how hard we were hit by this week's snowstorm.
Thanks. Well, as we all know, we had quite the snow event, so let's take a look at some snowfall totals for the Monday night into Tuesday storm. As you can see, Orono got hit the hardest in the state with 18 inches of snow. To our west, Jackman had about 11 inches, and to our south, a little less accumulation. Augusta had only about 6 inches of snow. So, you know, for December, it was quite the event. And I'll be back with the details of your forecast a little bit later.
Tomorrow night is the deadline for the weekend's dodgeball tournament. The tournament costs $5 per person to register. The winning team will win a grand prize of $150. The tournament will be held Sunday and will be in the Student Recreation Fitness Center. Paid applications can be turned into the Bottle Center by 3 p.m. tomorrow. For the second consecutive year, UMaine's Witter Farm has won AgriMark's Milk Quality Award for superior milk production for this region. The award is a result of good production protocols and is credited to the faculty, students, and staff who were involved.
Lamba Paeta, the Communications and Journalism Honor Society, held a clothing drive earlier this week in Dunn Hall with the hopes of collecting items for the Bangor Homeless Shelter. Over 200 shirts, pants, and jackets were collected on Tuesday night. The Bangor Homeless Shelter is taking donations, and anyone interested in making a donation can contact the shelter at 947-0092 or stop by the shelter located at 263 Main Street in Bangor. Next weekend, December 15th, the Hudson Museum will be holding the Maine Indian Basket Makers Alliance sale and demonstration. The event is one of 3 where the Maliseet, Micmac, Passamaquoddy, and Penobscot artists showcase and sell their work. The event is free and open to the public and runs from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Student Recreation and Fitness Center.
The student chapter of the American Society of Civil Engineers just completed building a ramp for the Old Town Museum. The wheelchair ramp was in bad shape and did not meet the accessibility standards. Led by mechanical engineering major Drake Vionson, more than 30 students helped tear down the old ramp and build the replacement. The museum paid for the materials, but the students donated their time, saving the museum over $2,000 on the project. The UMaine Bookstore plans to celebrate Emily Dickinson's birthday next Monday. The celebration will include a poetry reading of her work, along with light refreshments. The event begins at 4 p.m.
The UMaine Forensic Society and the Speech and Debate team will hold a silent auction and speech showcase next Monday. This auction will be in the Bangor Room of the Union from 8 to 9 Monday night. Some of the items in the auction are tickets to see and meet the Mythbusters, an engagement photo shoot, as well as gift certificates to restaurants. After the break, we'll talk with Joe Hegarty, and he'll let us know what is going on in UMaine sports. Stay tuned. The UMaine Women's Resource Center is setting up a formal network of state organizations with the goal of creating more opportunities for girls in math and science. This will allow groups and individuals to find each other within the state to tap into a national database programs. As part of the effort, the Women's Resource Center received almost $30,000 to coordinate a state inventory, establish an advisory board, and set up conferences and forums around the state. So, Joe, we have a lot going on in sports. Winter break is in full gear. What do we have to look forward to?
We got a lot of sports. Winter sports are in full gear. We got basketball, hockey, swimming, diving, you name it.
Wow, sounds like quite a bit.
UMaine basketball will be playing a huge game this Saturday night against perennial ACC contender Florida State. UMaine is coming off a big win against New Jersey Institute of Technology, which saw them to an even 4-4 record. Heavily favored FSU is 8-2 and looking to dominate this weekend. This past week, I got a chance to talk with men's head coach Ted Woodward about the team's upcoming challenges.
Well, I don't think you really have any particular goals headed into to us. Those games are no different than any other games. I mean, we approach every game the same way. There's certain things that we want to do as far as our own basketball team goes going into those games. We certainly want to keep our strengths as strengths no matter who we play against. And at the same time, you always want to eliminate your weaknesses. We are looking right now as continuing to grow as a basketball team and continuing to really take care of ourselves. Obviously, every team that you also play against, you need to make adjustments. And certainly those will be games that we'll have to, tweak some things and try to take away some of their strengths and try to exploit some of their weaknesses as well.
You can listen to the game by tuning into WGUY 102.1 anywhere in the Bangor-Orono area. Again, the game is Saturday, the 8th at 7 p.m. Maine women's hockey goaltender Genevieve Turgeon may need a new trophy case this coming semester. The standout goalie won another award this season, this time bringing home the iTech Goaltender of the Month. Turgeon averaged 33 saves in her 5 starts in November, with a save percentage of 93%. 2 of her opponents were ranked nationally in the likes of Connecticut and Clarkson, and she won the Pure Defensive Player of the Week twice last month, adding to an impressive UMaine career. Another Maine athlete is rolling around in the awards this week, this one belonging to the football squad. Javon Belcher, defensive end of Javon Belcher, was named to the New England Sports Writers FCS All-Star Team. Belcher recorded 17 tackles for losses and 10 sacks in his first season at defensive end. This all in Maine's final 4 games, where they went 3-1. Belcher recorded at least 2 tackles behind the line of scrimmage in each game. He also ranked first in sacks in the nation per game. In women's basketball news, Maine guard Amanda Tewksbury scored 12 points in the Lady Black Bears contest versus Fairfield. But it wasn't enough to lift the Bears to victory as they fell 76-54. The ladies have struggled since their last win against Dartmouth on November 15th, dropping their last 5 games. Maine looks to rebound this Saturday when they travel to the Mullen Center to face off against UMass. In the world of UMaine track and field, the coaches' preseason polls happened over the weekend. The men's team nabbed 6th place, while the women took 5th. Taking top honors on the men's side was Albany with 8 first-place votes, and the women's side saw BU sitting pretty atop the rankings, taking home 6 first-place votes. The Black Bears start up their indoor season on December the 8th when they will host rival UNH. Go ahead and check that out. The swim and dive team played strong. They swam strong over the weekend at Harold Anderson. Both the guys and gals took second-place honors in the contest, with Mike Goed leading the men with a 4th-place finish in the 100-yard backstroke. On the women's side, junior Courtney Healy won the 100 and 200-yard backstroke, while Caitlin Shelley took top dog honors in the 100-yard breaststroke. The teams look to continue their winning ways in Boston next weekend when they take on BU. And finally, a men's hockey update for you. I know you've been waiting for this. The guys have been struggling lately and are currently sitting at a record of 4-6-2. They're hoping to start turning things around, though, this weekend when they're going to face off against Hockey East foe Merrimack at home at 7. Men's head coach Tim Whitehead had this to say about the team's recent struggles and preparations for this week's upcoming games.
Yeah, we're working very hard to turn things in the right direction. We've made a lot of progress in practice. Hasn't necessarily shown in the games. It hasn't. We've played a lot better, but we'd love to play well and get the result this weekend. So that's our objective.
Well, it sounds like the men's basketball team has quite a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, hey, they got to play St. Mary's at home next week after they play FSU this weekend. And then after that, they have to play the 2003-2004 national championship team, UConn. And they have to travel to UConn for that. So, guys, the basketball team is going to be needing all the support they can get in these next couple weeks. So make sure you go ahead and at least check them out at St. Mary's.
Thanks, Joe. The Franco-American Club, along with Crossroads Ministries, will hold their annual toy drive next week. All toys can be brought to either the Franco-American Center or the Crossroads Ministries in Old Town. The deadline is Friday, December 14th. And if you're interested in helping out, contact Brenda at 827-1298. When we come back, we'll hear from Tim Bissell and see what to expect from this weekend's weather.
The Bodwell Center is currently accepting applications for Unite for Sight, a program to create eye disease-free communities. Programs are available year-round and have students traveling to Africa to help eye clinics in communities without previous access to one. If you are interested, applications can be found at www.uniteforsight.com. It may not officially be winter out, but I think it's quite cold.
Yeah, I had to dig my car out today.
Yeah, we did have a bit of snow, and I think you might have to dig your car out again because there's some more snow on the horizon. So let's take a look at the forecast, and we'll see what we have in store. All right. So, as you can see on the map, temperatures today were pretty good. We're sitting a little below freezing here. Holton about 19. Bangor sees temperatures around 23 for highs today. Tonight's lows, it's going to dip down into the teens, and up north we're going to see single digits, so it's going to be a chilly night. So, sticking with tonight, we'll see mostly clear skies. Low will get down to about 8 degrees. Won't see any precipitation, but it will be quite cold, so watch out for that and bundle up. Switching now to tomorrow, we're going to see sunny skies in the morning. The day will start out pretty nice, but as the afternoon progresses, look for some clouds to build and possibly see some snow showers. High temperatures will hover around the freezing point, and about a 50% chance we'll see some afternoon snow. Now let's take a look at the 4-day forecast. As I said, Friday is going to start out pretty nice. Expect to see a little bit of snow, perhaps in the end of the day. Saturday looks like more of the same. We're going to see mostly cloudy in the morning, then partly sunny. Scattered flurries throughout the day. Sunday, partly sunny skies. We'll see highs hit about 20 degrees, lows in the teens. And when we come back to school on Monday, look for mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers. Highs will be about 25, 26 degrees and a bitter cold in the teens. So, looks like winter's here, whether we're ready for it or not.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure I'm going to be digging out my car, though, because with more snow on the way, the women of the UMaine crew team will be shoveling out cars on campus Sunday morning. For $5, your car can be shoveled out and cleaned off. To take advantage of this offer, go to First Class and fill out the application form under Announcements and Alerts. Tomorrow night, the Maine Steiners will present their fall show. It begins at 7 p.m. in DPC 100. Admission is $5. Also on Saturday night, the Black Bears Men Chorus will be holding a concert in Minsky Hall. This will begin at 7:30 and is free to Maine students.
William Stone, a former UMaine psychology professor, passed away December 1st in his Prospect Harbor home. Stone, who retired in 1997, was a Camden native and an expert of the psychology of politics. After the break, former Senator George Mitchell will share his views on the national media.
Hello? I'm still here. The mosquitoes are getting to me. I'm a little stuck. I'm getting hungry. I want to go home.
The UMaine Department of Computer Science has received 2 national grants, one for $200,000 to buy a second university supercomputer and a second grant worth $300,000 to develop a new supercomputer software to improve the transfer of big files. Congratulations to junior nursing major Katie Hurst for winning an iPhone. The iPhone was donated to UMaine from Apple through the Computer Connection. The contest was open to students who signed up for umaine.text. While the iPhone is no longer available, members of the UMaine community are encouraged to register for this free service. For more information, log on to www.umaine.edu/UMaineText.
Tomorrow night, the art department will hold its opening reception for 2007 Senior Art Exhibition. The event is called Test Everything and will feature student work. The reception will run from 5:30 to 7:30 in Lord Hall. George Mitchell is a former politician who grew up in Waterville, Maine. Mitchell was a Maine senator for 12 years, beginning in 1982. After politics, Mitchell practiced law in Maine as well as negotiating North Ireland peace process. He is now investigating the steroid situation in baseball. His report is due after winter meetings. David Nickerson spoke with the former senator this week and shared his thoughts on Maine media.
Oh, I think by and large the media is fair and tries hard to do the right thing. It's a very difficult task. You use the single word media, but in fact, as we know, what we call the media is comprised of many, many thousands of individuals, many, many thousands of organizations, all operating separately and increasingly competitively. And it isn't just anymore newspapers competing against newspapers, television against television, radio against radio. They're all competing with everybody else, and now, of course, with the internet and the distribution of information in ways that didn't exist not many years ago, it's even more competitive. I think one of the difficulties that they face is deadline pressure. There's no longer sort of a daily news cycle. It's minute to minute. And that tends to increase the pressure to publish information that may be sensational or controversial before there's been a chance to fully and thoroughly check it out. And that kind of leads to a lot of, I think, complexity of decision-making and a lot of adverse effects. But that's the competitive nature of the media, and it's what you have to deal with, both in terms of those who take actions that are newsworthy and those who report on and publish the news.
That's all the news we have for you today, UMaine. Stay tuned
into Channel 42 for more of your favorite Maine Channel programming.
Thank you, UMaine, and have a great evening.